I want to begin by asking the big question that is on one's mind. I mean, is the correction over? There are some signs of it. At least to me, it looks like, Nifty is near its bottom. Yesterday, we saw sharp bounce back from that 61.8% retracement level. Even today, the fall isn't something really concerning. And Nifty Bank, I mean, that is also seeing a pullback. What's the setup overall looking like in your opinion, sir?
Yeah, first of all, good morning and good morning, everyone. So yes, there are some signs that market is trying to bottoming out around 22,200 level. And if you look at the put call ratio, which is around 0.75 level, and if you look at the FI's exposure in the index, which are at a low of 39%, and Nifty is trying to find the support, but we need a follow-up buying on the market because on the upside, 20-day moving average is now acting at a support resistance level, which is placed around 22,435 levels. So Nifty has to cross this 20-day moving average, 22,450 level to see further strength. I think this month can remain volatile. Downside looks protected around 22,000 level. Maybe after, if Nifty slips below 22,200 level, then 22,000 to 21,700 band make a strong support area. So overall structure is bullish, but in this bullish structure, we are seeing a lot of volatility with intermediate correction. Like 2019, Nifty corrected ahead of the results, but before the results, ahead of 2 to 3 days before the results, Nifty started climbing. So maybe such kind of thing happen this year as well. So after such correction, we can expect a rally, but we need a follow-up buying in coming days.
All right, and India VIX has also jumped up sharply. Do you think that this low voter turnout is adding or making the markets rather jittery in this election period?
You can say that yes, India VIX is rising sharply from low of 10. It is now currently above 17 level, so almost a rise of more than 70%. But similar trend was seen in 2019 and 2014. In 2019, it rallied from 12 to I think around 30 level. In 2040, it rallied to 40 level from the same 12 level. So such kind of move we have seen in the past as well. And I think this India VIX can see further upside towards 25 kind of level this time. So volatility will pick up. But yes, there is some nervousness we can see because of some low voting turnout, and investors are sitting on sidelines. Earlier, we used to see higher buying by DIs compared to selling by FIs. So yesterday we have seen good buying number by DIs, but for last couple of days, DIs buying have come down in comparison to FIs selling. So DIs and HNI investors are sitting on sideline for time being. That's why we are seeing pressure at high level. We are not seeing sharp recovery from the lower levels.
Right. And I mean, there are enough and more, binary events in the next 4-5 months for the markets to be concerned about. And maybe that explains that 70% spike in India VIX. But we'll move on, and we'll move on to Nifty Bank, because that has been a major drag on the market. But yesterday, again, like Nifty, the index took support, and it took support around the 40-day exponential moving average, placed at somewhere around 47,900 mark. This morning, we are seeing some bit of a pullback. I mean, but from what I can see now, most of the gains have been paired. We are still holding above that 48,000 mark. So would you say it's a dead cat sort of a bounce, or do you think that after a 2,000 point correction, some relief rally is our way?
Yes, if I talk about the bank Nifty, 47,700 is a strong support level. It is not a dead cat bounce because the bounce is very minimal. I think only 150, 200 points. But yes, it is trading at an important support level of 47,700. But it has to cross its 20-day moving average, which is placed around 48,400 level. Once it will cross 48,400 level, then we can see a recovery towards 48,600, 49,000 level. Today's HBI results will be important. Generally, it also set the tone for the market. So let's see. But yes, it is trading at important support level. It has to show strength to move Nifty higher, because Bank Nifty plays an important role to change the sentiment of the market. But yes, I believe it will also remain volatile and sideways. On the downside, 47,700 is an immediate support. If it slips below 47,700, then we can expect a move towards 100-day moving average, which is placed around 47,200 level. But that will be a good buying point.
All right, 47,200 would be a good buying point, but before that, 47,700 is where we can see some bit of support. But another reason why we are seeing this pullback, perhaps in Nifty, bank and banking stocks in general, is probably because of Bank of Baroda. Because in a major relief to the public lender, RBI has lifted, in the market after market hours yesterday, has lifted ban imposed on Bank of Baroda's BOB World mobile application, which barred it from onboarding new customers. For those failing to recall the issue at hand, let's jog back our memories to October 2023, when the regulator had asked Bank of Baroda, India's second largest state-owned lender after SBI, to suspend any further onboarding of its customers onto the BOB World mobile application with immediate effect. According to RBI, the action against the lender was based on certain material supervisory concerns observed in the manner of onboarding of new customers onto this mobile application. Santosh, I'll come to you. A good opening, a strong opening for Bank of Baroda today. It was up about 2.5% and about 2% as we speak. But just to draw parallels with what happened with Bajaj Finance, when RBI lifted its ban a few days ago on the NBFC, the stock opened about 6-7% higher, but paired most of the gains on the same day itself, and is now actually below the level it was when the restrictions were lifted. Can we expect something from Bank of Baroda?
Yeah, that could be possible because you can see after a gap up opening, we are not seeing follow up buying. And if you look at the trend, most of the PSU banks since the beginning of 2024 in a range. If you look at the Bank Baroda chart, so on the upside 285 is acting as a resistance, on the downside 250 is acting as a strong support. So I believe post election result we will see breakout from this range. For timing, I think this stock will remain sideways in the range of broad. This range is broad on the downside 250, upside 85. In this range, it may remain volatile, or there could be possibility if market see further correction that it can again retest the level of 255, 250, but that will be a good entry point. So for timing, there is no clear trend in Bank of Baroda.
The biggest drag on the markets this morning is Larsen and Toubro. It's actually responsible for about 30% of Nifty's losses this morning. And the results were decent, but I think the primary source of disappointment for the street was the miss in the margin guidance. What's your assessment of L&T's results and what's going on with the stock?
Well, RBI has come out with new guidelines on infrastructure projects, and probably that has affected the analysts' guidance on the stock. As far as the results are concerned, they have beaten expectations. Net revenues have grown 15%. Analysts were expecting them to grow around 12%. Net profits have gone up year on year 10.3%. Analysts were expecting little over 9% growth in net profits. Their inflows have gone up to 3 lakh crores. Order book stands at 4.75 lakh crores. They have successfully completed the buyback of equity shares, bolstering shareholder confidence. So all the boxes are ticked in the positive. The reduction in the guidance is probably the primary reason why the stock in the last 1 month and the last 5 days and even today is not really doing well.
All right, and Santosh, what's your take on Bank of Baroda, on actually L&T over here? Because the numbers, they are ahead of expectations, but we are seeing some bit of a disappointment. I think, again, the source of disappointment for the street comes from the management guidance for FY25. What's your take on the stock? Because this was one stock, I think a lot of people were betting on L&T to, drive that infra push in the country. What's your call here?
Yes, recently this stock was on a strong bullish momentum, but in last few days we have seen a decent correction in this counter. So this correction is a good buying opportunity because I believe this 3300 to 3250 area will provide a strong support zone, and we are seeing recovery from the lower levels. So this area can act as a strong support zone, and investors can latch on this opportunity. So I think you should buy at current level. If it managed to hold this zone, we can see recovery towards 3700 level. So this correction should be taken as a buying opportunity.
Good morning, Santosh. Another company that announced their results yesterday was TVS Motors. Revenues went up 24% year on year to 8,169 crores. net profits went up 18% to 485 crores year on year. What's your take on TVS Motors and the auto pack, two-wheeler auto pack?
Very strong opening for TVS and Hero MotoCorp.
Yes.
I mean, Hero Motor is up over 4.5%, TVS Motors 6%. I mean, the dream run for two-wheelers and especially, the bike segment of the market continues. Santosh, your take.
Uh, Yes, definitely. All the two-wheelers are showing a strong momentum, and there is another tailwind for them. We are seeing commentary from most of the management about the rural recovery, which is also pushing these stocks higher. So, if you look at the TVS Motor chart, it is showing a strong bullish momentum and form a double bottom at 1900 level. I think it may again head towards its all-time high around 2300 level. So, stay long in this counter, trail your stop losses. There is further upside is possible in this counter.
Santosh, considering most of these two-wheeler stocks, whether it's Eicher, whether it is Hero or TVS, they were not doing well in the last 5 days. Do you think it is basically the buy on dips enthusiasm that is carrying them? And do you think, do you see them see this lasting?
Yes, as I said that the momentum is strong. The recent pullback was a buying opportunity. We are seeing a sharp recovery from the lower levels. So dip was being bought, and I believe this momentum is likely to continue. We are going to see fresh high in TVS Motor, Bajaj Auto also had further higher. Yes, but if we talk about the momentum, Hero MotoCorp and TVS, this will remain our preferred bet.
Alright, TVS Motors and Hero MotoCorp are the preferred bets of Santosh Meena from the two-wheeler space, which is again expected to do well and continue doing well for its investors. Remember, this has been one pocket of the market that has generated immense wealth for the investors in the last 12-15 months. If I'm looking at the stocks, Hero MotoCorp has delivered returns in excess of 70%. Bajaj Auto stands out actually, and it has delivered returns of close to 95%. Essentially is a multi-bagger on a 12-month basis, but that's enough on the two-wheeler space. Santosh, before we let you go, the market, it has been quite choppy lately, and we are facing some bit of a selling pressure in the last few sessions. At a time like this, what are the recommendations for the investors for the very short term?
Yes, I think the overall structure is still bullish and stock specific action is there. So recent correction in the market should be taken as a buying opportunity. So my preferred bets are first is Hindalco, strong counter, and after a correction it bounced back from its 20-day movement. So 666 will be my target, 660, 615 will be stop loss. Second one be Abbey Capital. We have seen a strong bullish momentum in this counter. We are seeing a fresh re-rating in this overall group, and the recent correction is a buying opportunity because it is trading its near important support area. So 245 should be your target, 210 should be your stop loss. Third one is the Biocon. It is showing bottoming out formation for last many days. It is in band period. Once it will come out of F&O band, I think it will see a rally of 5 to 10% in a day. So buy with a stop loss of 298. Target will be 333. Another metal counter, Tata Steel. We are seeing delivery based buying for last couple of days. Structure is bullish. 180 will be my target. 160 should be your stop loss. Last one from auto space, Balkrishna Industry. It is also a rural play and a heavy commercial vehicle play. So 2600 is the target. 2400 should be a stop loss.